Got me up against the fence, back against the wall. Get that, get like a fool. Ain't them judges for the dog. Got to take it out on all.
Hello, my name is Kris Interview. I'm originally from Ohio. I moved to California for about 3 years. Then I met a girl and I moved to Australia for about a year. She really inspired me to paint. I wanted doing the acrylic painting of her, and since I've been to Hawaii, and that was interesting too. I'm an artist. I've played with many different mediums. I started out just drawing. I've played with clay since. Then I basically turned the plaster of Paris right here, and from the clay that I did, I made molds. I've even played a little bit with some acrylics. I enjoyed that, and lately I've been getting into spray paint. The first time I ever spray painted was about 1.5 years ago, and I enjoyed it. I liked it, but I wound up going to Australia. So I never had another chance to do it until I come back. So because it's legal. I was probably about 8 or 9 when I first started drawing women out of a stash of Playboy magazines that my dad had in the basement, that had been soaked from several times that, the basement had flooded. And, I started drawing these women, and I really liked Vargas. He was a very good artist. He's dead now. He's been dead for years. And he really, really influenced me a lot. But I started drawing Vargas, and or like a lot of his drawings and everything. And my mom actually caught me probably after I'd drawn about 3 or 4 different women. Because I really liked drawing these women. Because they're just gorgeous. And my mom caught me, and then my dad actually got more mad because he was mad about me getting into his Playboys and all that stuff. And my mom was actually like, no, it's cool. Because, he's looking at it as like an art, my mom was actually cool about it. Like I said, I was about 9, 10. So, yeah, I started drawing naked women when I was about 9 or 10. And that's kind of how I got into drawing people. Before that, I'd drawn things as a kid, and a lot of people, kind of thought it was strange. I'd start from the feet up, instead of starting from the head down, and some people thought, that's weird. That's how I am. There's no wrong way or no right way. It's, what comes down to what's natural to you. I'll never forget the time that I was in high school, and the art teacher, actually, I almost failed art. I wound up with 2 F's, 1 D, and 1 C at the very end of the year, and the C was basically just to pass. And it's all because I didn't like to sit down and draw a bowl of fruit. Probably one of my more favorite artists is Norman Rockwell. I loved how the expressions of the kids running away from the lake or whatever, when it says no swimming and they're all got their clothes, and just the different expressions, that's kind of, I've thought about, I'd like to start maybe leaning more towards people's expressions and realism and stuff, because I really like something to look real. I also did a mirror etching that I really liked, and I plan to do more, and I've never seen anyone else do one. So it's backlit and everything. People may think I'm defacing people's property, but I'm not. How I feel about a lot of people who do that is, they run up like a little 5-year-old kid and they just spray paint, whatever, Joe was here, and then they turn, they look, they turn, they run, That to me, that's not art. Somebody who goes out and they do a really good job, and they take the time, they make the letters, they give a really good look to it, it's original and everything like that. That to me is art. The place that I went to was located down on Euclid and Market, and it's called Writer's Block. I really like the place. The canvas that I used would be a 4x12 sheet of plywood, and they have walls basically built so that you can spray paint and tag or do whatever you like. Paint however you like. And it's really cool place, and it looks like they have an actual wall of just paintings that other people have done over the years, and you know, they show off their artwork even online too. Today, for my second spray painting piece, I'm going to create a woman who I've seen in Maxim magazine, who is very interesting. You'll see. When I first start drawing or I start painting, like this piece here, I just start with the eye. I know a lot of other people do that too, and I've gotten into the habit myself. I usually start with the left eye first. I'm right-handed, and maybe that has to do with it. Start with the left eye, and then I start working down the nose, and at the same time I'm basically trying to judge the distance between, you know, everything. You know, it's like lips, the corner of your mouth usually lines up about with the center of your eye. There's different ways to shade. I love shading, and the way I tried to do this was I took the brown and cream, and I try to basically blend it in together, like basically from darks to lights or lights to darks. I needed to work on it a bit more. So, like the way I did her hair, you know, it was all natural. I didn't have no special techniques or anything. I'm just learning, so I'm sure there's better ways to do it. Spray painted her hair, a few highlights in her hair, purple. You know, I painted her lips and her eyes. And it all started just because I didn't have a can of green spray paint to paint her eyes. So that's why everything was being purple. Another technique I used was I actually took just a bit of a Pepsi carton, and I took a box razor and I cut the little slits, and I used it to basically just to stencil her, like the lines in her lips, and you know, I started thinking about doing eyelashes and stuff like that too. But then again, you know, I kind of count that as cheating. Because, you know, other people might not need to do that. The problems that have occurred with the spray painting, I noticed, when you go to just do, like, say that you're doing just a gleam of someone's eye, you go to spray it, and then you push down just a little bit too hard, and you're not quick enough, you wind up just screwing up the whole eye, and then you have to do everything all over again. Tips, I've got to start using special tips. They got fan tips, they've got narrow tips where it's running a little fine little line. You know, they got different tips, and I really need to get a hold of those and start experimenting with those too.
Delicious. Give me couscous, love me good. Damn, Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? I guess like the jeans, flavor like praline.